David, we're about a third of the season through now. Are you where we expected to be, and how do you look upon the first 15 or so games in the league?
I think from a table perspective, we're ahead of the curve. From a performance perspective, I think we're probably about where I thought we'd be. We've still got a long way to go. That's both in terms of the season and our development as a team. I think both are true.
Do you take this point in the season as a bit of a marker and have a look back, or does it just keep going on to the next one, on to the next one?
No, we've got 2 games in 3 weeks, so before, I think it's 9 in 4 weeks, 4.5 weeks in December, which is bonkers. So this stage season is like I say, a third of the way. It's easy to do the reflections at this point, with it being a clear point. And with the Saturday to Saturday fixtures now, we can do that. So we'll be doing that. Last week and the week before, we went through all the players' IDPs with them to see if they're on track with the targets and stuff. So we're trying to review as much as we can and reflect as much as we can without taking his eye off the ball. What's coming next, which includes obviously the transfer window in 6 weeks' time. So we've always got lots of work to do, but it helps when there's less games, because you can get a bit more done from a development and a strategy point of view.
You said Tuesday night was a good night. Result aside, you got everything you wanted out of that game, didn't you? Really?
Yeah. The key thing was that no injuries. Minutes for Jordan and Curtis was really important, and then seeing 2 first-year pros, 2 scholars, another scholar on the bench, and Seb, who's played first-team football already this year. We wanted to give them opportunities. I think it's really important. I think it's really important for those players, obviously, their peers in the youth team, as first-year pros, where they can get to, the academy as a whole, the community. If I'm a dad of a 6-year-old boy in Grimsby and I see, the first team head coach putting youngsters in the team at Chesterfield away, who had a really strong team, I'm more likely to bring him down to the academy rather than an hour down the road. So it wasn't a PR stunt. The players deserved and warranted their place in the team, and that was a huge credit to the academy staff. So quite a few of them have trained with us this year, and because we want to afford them that opportunity, we want to develop them, and if the door's shut, then there's no point having the academy, which is just bonkers in my eyes. So whatever I'm here, I will do my utmost to provide young players with opportunities. I think that's the right way for any football club, really. Certainly one at our level with our resources.
Just how pleased were you with both Callum Storr and Henry Brown? Because they looked like they fit in. They didn't look out of place at all. And against, like you say, really strong Chesterfield side with Paddy Madden and John Fleck, for example, in that team.
Yeah, I think, like I say, Henry played a few games in pre-season. Callum played a reserve team fixture, ironically against Chesterfield, a couple of months ago, and has trained with us a lot. So it might be sort of the first time that it's been seen, because it's an actual proper game. But we've been trying to do this kind of thing and bridge the gap in developmental terms between the academy and the first team, and allowing them to train and drop in and out. Train with us for whatever it is, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, and then go back and consolidate. Making sure that they don't see that as a retrograde step once they've been with us, and them understanding, right, now go and consolidate that, be the best of that there. Seb Wharton's a great example. He's done a lot of training with us this year. He's come on leaps and bounds. Not because necessarily it's just coaching, it's exposure to, Danny Rose and Justin Obiku shooting at him, rather than, say, Grayson Giles. That's nothing wrong with Grayson's shooting, it's just not where Justin is at the minute, and Rosie. So, that's the pathway, that's what we try and do. to get more players into the team and earn contracts. And if it works, great. It worked in our previous role, and there's no reason why it can't work here if we do it right. And it's sort of the first time we've had. It takes time, as you know. That's the key to all this. But there's two things when you're wanting development: time and in this kind of scenario, opportunity. And now I'm in charge of opportunity, and like I say, whenever I'm here, I'll do my utmost to give players opportunities, whether that's in the first team, training with us, on loan to then come back and develop and see where they're at. You know, we did the same with Ev last year, and we were reaping the rewards of that, for example, even though Ev's much further on in his development. So there's lots of ways to do it. There's more than one way to skin a cat, as they say. So yeah, it was a pleasing night for a lot of aspects, really.
And looking at Saturday in Newport, another long trip, what do you expect to face there at Rodney Parade? Yeah,
look, Newport are doing well. You know, one or two suspensions and injuries and what have you, but it's always a tough place to go. We all know we're on a decent run away from home, but you know, if we take them lightly, that'll be at our peril. It's as simple as that. Like I've just said at the start, we're not where we need to be in terms of our performance and development yet. A long way from it, if truth be told. But we're heading in the right direction slowly. And we've got to make sure now we are going to teams where we might be fancied a bit more than, say, Wimbledon away or Gillingham away. And I use them too because they haven't lost at home for long periods of time, as opposed to nothing negative against Newport. You know, so their home record isn't as good as them two, but theirs was outstanding. But that doesn't mean to say that, you know, we've got to make sure we go there and do what we've done in the previous games. You know, win the game. Can we play a bit better? Because that's always the next game. Can we play a bit better again? The next game, if not, play a bit better again. And if we do that, then we'll give anyone a game. So, you know, it'll be a tough challenge. They always are, but one that we're all looking forward to.